Welcome in. We're back with another edition of LP Revisited. This time around, we're taking a look at the 1996 album from the Providence band called SCARCE, and the album Deadsexy. So the band SCARCE was formed in 1993, like I say, in Providence, Rhode Island, as a trio featuring Chick Granning, or Granning probably is how you say it, Joyce Raskin, and Judd Airbar. Chick Granning had just left his previous band called Anastasia Screamed. And I believe, and I don't think I knew this because I don't really care, but I believe at the time he was engaged to Tanya Donnelly she was in Belly at the time, but Throwing Muses and Breeders. But I think that relationship shortly thereafter fell apart. So in 1995, they had a change. I think that the drummer left, so they replaced the drummer. They released their debut LP, which we're going to be talking about, but there's a difference in the what was released in the UK versus the US. They released the UK version in 1995 of the album Deadsexy, their debut album and their only album. So shortly after that record was released in the UK in 1995, Chick Granning then suffered a brain aneurysm. So after he somewhat miraculously recovered from the brain aneurysm, I think he had to relearn even how to walk, let alone how to, sing and play and talk and play instruments. But they then re-recorded, I don't know if it was the whole album or a chunk of this release was re-recorded. They changed some of the songs. And then ultimately in 1996, the album Deadsexy was released in the US by, on A&M Records. But then pretty much almost right away in 1997, the band would wind up breaking up. I think that they reformed at some point in the 2000s and are still technically together.
Animal, the sun is simple, all around, and it's simple. Let me down, and it's simple. Every way, it's simple. Every day. Her sword shades pulled down, wrecking the meadow. Sometimes I feel like a haunted house, sinking at sea. Sometimes I've got to admit, you might be better off not talking to me.
I think kind of all of the stuff that happened, internally within the band, what happened to Chick Granning, that wound up really, I think, just kind of tanking the album. They couldn't promote it appropriately. I know in the United States, the song All Sideways was something of a minor hit. You would have heard it, or you could have heard it in 1996 on mainstream alternative rock radio. I think that's probably where I originally heard this band. It's a very of its time, kind of mid-90s, kind of grungy guitar alternative rock album. Kind of has melodic, dramatic, pack of smokes a day style vocals. Again, like I say, kind of typical for its time, but still kind of delightful quality guitar style.
Sideways, oh, 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 sideways, oh. I am wide awake and throwing sparks. Which part to try? Do my best
So I don't think that I ever have heard the original version of this release that was put out in 1995 in the UK. But in 1996, I was quite fond of this release when it was, when it was released. I think I had promo copies. I still do have a promo copy that comes in like a sketchbook. I think this is a fairly solid album, top to bottom. One of those where you're not sure if the whole thing is going to live up to the single that you heard, but in this case, I think it does. Maybe there's a few songs that I don't care for as much as the rest of it, but like I say, still solid overall. Unlike a lot of the things I like to talk about on this channel, I feel like this is a under the radar mid-90s album that probably that feels like it should have had a broader appeal. I think a lot of fans of more mainstream 90s alt rock guitar bands that missed this the first go around would be well served to check this out. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
I've been driving through a life of cheap regret. Bad days since you away, I'm chasing my last breath. It's a joke now, I bet you never choked. You hardly ever smoked. I dream of glamorizing cigarettes,